close as Detroit Lions coach Matt Patricia talks with reporters about scheduling and rhythm. His former boss, Bill Belichick, crashed the party. Detroit Free Press Phoenix, did the Detroit Lions really shun a trade offer for Matthew Stafford last spring from the Miami Dolphins? The Miami Herald reported Tuesday that former Dolphins coach Adam Gase led an attempt to acquire Stafford after Matt Patricia took over as Lions coach last spring. Gase called Patricia personally, according to the report, but was rebuffed in his attempt. Lions QB Matthew Stafford talks with Dolphins DB Xavier Howard after the Lions' 32-21 win on Sunday, October 21, 2018, in Miami Gardens, Florida. Photo, Michael Reeves. Getty Images. Rumors of the Dolphins' interest in Stafford have been around for some time, and I asked Lions general manager Bob Quinn one morning last month at the NFL Combine whether the Dolphins had in fact approached him about a trade for Stafford. Quinn quickly and pointedly refuted that happened, and even if a serious inquiry made its way to Quinn's desk, there's little reason to believe the Lions would have considered such a move. First, Stafford signed a 5-year, $135 million extension in August of 2017 that didn't take effect until the 2018 league year. The team would have paid Stafford a $50 million signing bonus. It was paid in 3 installments between Sept. 15, 2017, and February 15, 2018, without getting a single game out of the quarterback on his new deal. Second, Stafford was coming off a fine season in 2017, one in which he threw for 4,446 yards and 29 touchdowns while completing 65.7% of his passes. Stafford played well enough that season that the Lions kept offensive coordinator Jim Bob Cooter on staff in part to appease Stafford's desires. Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford sits on the field next to offensive lineman Rick Wagner after getting sacked by Vikings defensive end Danielle Hunter, 99, during the first half of the Lions' 24-9 loss Sunday, in November 4, 2018, in Minneapolis. Photo, Bruce Clucone AP. Third, the Lions would have been hit with an astronomical cap hit of at least $40 million had they really soured on Stafford enough to trade him to Miami, and, of course, they would have had to find his replacement. The Herald article does not specify when Gase spoke with Patricia about a deal, but had a move taken place after the 5th day of the 2018 league year, before the draft but after the first wave of free agency, the Lions would have already paid Stafford an additional $6.5 million in the form of a roster bonus and been on the hook for that much more in dead money on their salary cap. The cap hit would have been lessened, $16.5 million in 2018 and $30 million in 2019, had a deal occurred after June 1, but before the season, though teams want their starting quarterbacks in place long before then for obvious reasons. Stafford, who turned 31 in February, is coming off a down season with the Lions, when he played the final month with a serious back injury. He threw for just 3,777 yards last season, his lowest total since 2010, but the Lions have maintained their support for Stafford publicly while also doing research on the top quarterback prospects in this year's draft. The thing about it, it wasn't one of my better years, either, Patricia said Tuesday at the NFL's annual meetings. So I haven't been in that situation in a long time and neither has he. So I think for both of us, we're just trying to get better next year. Contact Dave Burkett at dburkett@freepress.com. Follow him on Twitter at Dave Burkett. Read more on the Detroit Lions and sign up for our Lions newsletter. More Lions, Matt Patricia wanting right types of guys in 2019. What is the best play in Detroit Lions history? You be the judge. Bob Quinn. Few sure bets in free agency, but Detroit Lions money well spent.